day. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Pittsburgh.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And a give this time to the tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
6 yards picked up. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Left side here to Sanders. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, Johnson. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 22. That one good for 37 yards. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Eagles.
On 2nd down now, Covington. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumping.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling on, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a
That's
fast
true.
start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And hitting Juju on the slant. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Steelers.
They'll set up to throw. Slant to Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
That's the end of the first quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. hey, we gonna do what we do.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
They run the counter now on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called. And then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
For Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
37-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to Dallas Goddard.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Harkey adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Now here's Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Deontay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And a Steeler first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now he's going to go deep down the... This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have come to halftime, and what's already a 2. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Eagles 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
2nd and 6 at the 29.
2nd and 6. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 6 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Johnson on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's... The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Chase.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
The quarterback sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Devin Bush make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
He's brought down at the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
28, the ball.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. Covington. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Complete to number 89.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They'll start with the option. In trouble, and he's taken down. Carl Nassib, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
And they give this time to the tailback. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
The ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Steps away to his left. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament, and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The pass.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
For number 87.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just... And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Turkey with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
On 1st down, Covington. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Covington. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Whistles now and a timeout.
So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On 3rd down, Covington. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Steelers 34, Eagles 17.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
34, Eagles 17.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
you.